Welcome to a journey across the world's most forbidden places. Hidden islands, sacred shrines, haunted formations, and lands so dangerous that humans are banned. These are the places you can't visit, but can only imagine. Let's explore 10 of the most mysterious and restricted locations on Earth. Morgan Island, USA. Imagine an island where over 4,000 monkeys roam free. An island you can see from a distance but never touch. Welcome to Morgan Island, off the coast of South Carolina, better known as Monkey Island. At first glance, it looks like a normal lush green island, but the moment you try to approach, you'll realize it's completely off limits to the public. Why? Because this island is home to a colony of rhesus monkeys, relocated here in the 1970s for scientific research. The US government moved them from Puerto Rico after disease outbreaks, and since then, the island has remained a strictly controlled zone. The monkeys here live wild and free, but they're also part of ongoing medical research. Scientists study their behavior, genetics, and even their role in disease control, especially in understanding human illnesses. For safety reasons, nobody except authorized researchers is allowed to step foot on Morgan Island. These monkeys can carry viruses dangerous to humans, and at the same time, their isolation must be protected from outside contact. For decades, rumors have swirled around Morgan Island. Some people say it's a hidden laboratory where secret experiments take place. Others claim the government knows much more about what happens here than they're willing to share. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The island remains one of America's most mysterious forbidden places. You can sail past it. You can see the monkeys running across the trees from afar, but you can never get close enough to truly uncover its secrets. And maybe that's exactly how they want it. But Morgan Island isn't the only place cut off from the rest of the world. In fact, our next stop takes us deep underground, into caves that hide some of the oldest secrets of humanity itself. Let's head to France and explore the forbidden Lascaux Caves. Lascaux Caves, France. Hidden beneath the quiet hills of southwestern France lies one of humanity's most breathtaking treasures, the Lascaux Caves. Discovered in 1940 by a group of teenagers, these caves instantly stunned the world. Why? Because painted across its walls were more than 600 intricate artworks. Horses, deer, bison, and symbols, created by our ancestors nearly 17,000 years ago. The paintings are so vivid, so detailed, that even modern scientists are puzzled. How did prehistoric people, with no advanced tools, create such lifelike images deep inside dark caves? Some researchers believe the artwork was not just decoration, but part of spiritual or hunting rituals. In other words, these caves may have been a sacred space where humans first connected with the mysterious side of existence. For a short time after the discovery, the public was allowed inside. Thousands of people visited, eager to see this ancient masterpiece with their own eyes. But then, disaster struck. The very presence of humans began destroying the art. Carbon dioxide from visitors' breath, heat from their bodies, and even the bacteria on their skin started to damage the fragile pigments. Paintings that had survived for millennia suddenly began to fade within just a few decades. By 1963, the French government had no choice. They sealed off the caves forever. Today, entry is strictly forbidden to everyone except a handful of scientists. Even they are allowed inside only under extreme precautions. For the rest of the world, replicas were built to give us a glimpse of what's hidden below, but nothing compares to the real Lascaux. The result? A place that remains frozen in time, holding secrets of human history that most of us will never see. And perhaps that's the mystery of Lascaux. It reminds us how fragile our past truly is and how quickly it can disappear if not protected. But while the caves of France are sealed to protect the past, our next destination was closed off to protect the future. A paradise so beautiful it once drew millions of travelers until it was shut down for good. Let's fly to Thailand and step onto the sands of Maya Bay, Thailand. Picture this: crystal clear waters, towering limestone cliffs, and soft white sand so perfect that it feels unreal. This is Maya Bay, a breathtaking cove tucked away in Thailand's Phi Phi Islands. For years, it was considered one of the most beautiful beaches on Earth, and for a time, anyone could visit. But beauty comes with a price. After Leonardo DiCaprio's movie, The Beach was filmed here in the year 2000. Maya Bay exploded in popularity. Millions of tourists poured in every year, boats lined up along the shore, and what was once paradise quickly became a disaster zone. The fragile coral reefs beneath the water were trampled and destroyed, marine life was driven away, and pollution began choking the ecosystem. By 2018, scientists warned that Maya Bay was on the edge of collapse. The Thai government made a bold decision: close the beach entirely. Overnight, tourists were banned. No boats, no swimmers, no footprints in the sand. For the first time in decades, the bay was given a chance to heal. And the results? Nothing short of miraculous. Slowly, the corals began to grow back. Sharks returned to the shallow waters, fish populations flourished, and the beach began to look like the untouched paradise it once was. Today, Maya Bay has reopened under strict rules. Visitors can come, but they cannot swim in the waters. Boats cannot dock directly on the shore, and only a limited number of people are allowed at a time. Still, for most travelers around the world, Maya Bay has become one of those dream destinations you might never reach again in its true original form. It stands as a living reminder that nature, once broken, takes years, sometimes lifetimes, to recover. So when we look at Maya Bay now, it's more than just a beach. It's a forbidden paradise, a place where nature itself had to push back against mankind, forcing us to step away. But while Maya Bay was closed to protect the ocean and its creatures, our next destination has been guarded for centuries, not by nature, but by human hands. A place so sacred that only a chosen few are ever allowed inside. Let's travel to Japan and uncover the mysteries of the Grand Shrine of Ise. Grand Shrine of Ise. Japan, deep in the heart of Japan, surrounded by towering cedar trees and the whispers of ancient traditions, stands a sacred site unlike any other. The Grand Shrine of Ise. To millions of Japanese people, this is the most important Shinto shrine in the entire country, dedicated to Amaterasu, the sun goddess believed to be the divine ancestor of Japan's imperial family. From the outside, it might look simple. Wooden structures built in a traditional style, unpainted and elegant. But don't be fooled. The true power of Ise lies not in its appearance, but in its spirit. For over 1,300 years, this shrine has been carefully rebuilt every 20 years, following the exact same design with the exact same rituals. Why? Because Shinto beliefs emphasize purity, renewal, and continuity. The rebuilding ensures the shrine always remains new, yet eternal. But here's where the mystery begins. While millions of tourists and pilgrims visit the surrounding area, the inner sanctum of the Grand Shrine is strictly forbidden. Only high-ranking Shinto priests and members of Japan's imperial family are ever allowed inside. Ordinary people, even locals, can never see what lies within. The sacred treasures said to be hidden there, including the legendary mirror of Amaterasu, remain unseen by the public eye. Some say this mirror is part of Japan's imperial regalia, powerful symbols that connect the emperor himself to the gods. Others believe there may be secrets inside the shrine that date back to the dawn of Japanese civilization. But the truth is, no outsider knows for sure. What makes Ise even more fascinating is its atmosphere. Visitors describe a deep, almost otherworldly calm surrounding the shrine's forest. Even if you can't enter the sacred heart of the complex, just standing near it makes you feel like you're in the presence of something far greater than yourself. The Grand Shrine of Ise is not just forbidden, it is untouchable, a living symbol of mystery, spirituality, and the sacred traditions that Japan has protected for centuries. But from Japan's sacred shrines, let's travel across the world to a land of red deserts and ancient legends, a place considered so holy by its people that climbing it is seen as a deep act of disrespect. Our next destination, Uluru, Australia. Rising out of the endless red desert of Central Australia is a natural wonder so massive, so striking, that it almost doesn't feel real. This is Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, one of the most iconic landmarks on the planet. Standing over 1,100 feet tall and stretching nearly 6 miles around, Uluru is more than just a geological formation. It is a sacred heart of Aboriginal culture. For tens of thousands of years, the Anangu people, the traditional custodians of this land, have considered Uluru holy. To them, this giant sandstone monolith is alive. Every cave, every crack, every shadow has a story tied to what they call the Jukurpa, or Dreamtime, their ancient spiritual belief system. Songs, rituals, and oral traditions all connect back to Uluru. It is, in every sense, a living monument to their faith and history. But for decades, Uluru was also treated as a tourist attraction. Thousands of visitors came every year, many climbing to the summit, leaving behind trash, damaging the fragile rock, and ignoring the wishes of the Anangu people. For the locals, this was more than disrespect. It was a violation of something sacred. Finally, after years of requests, in 2019, the Australian government officially banned climbing Uluru forever. Today, visitors can still walk around its base, explore nearby cultural centers, and learn about its history. But scaling the rock itself is strictly forbidden. The ban is not just about preservation, it's about respect. By keeping Uluru untouched, the Anangu's cultural traditions and spiritual beliefs are finally being honored. Even from a distance, Uluru has an energy that's hard to describe. At sunrise and sunset, its colors shift dramatically, burning orange, deep red, even purple. Standing before it, you feel small, humbled, and deeply aware that this land is older than anything we can imagine. Uluru is more than a rock. It is a reminder that not all wonders exist for us to conquer. Some exist for us to respect, to admire from afar, and to leave in peace.